All right, what's going on, y'all? Today we are going to be making an eye rig using Adobe Illustrator and using Adobe After Effects. All right, I'm going to start off with Adobe Illustrator. Right here, as you can see, I'm using a version that's on an iPad. I'm gonna just go ahead and we're gonna select the standard 1080 19 by 20. What we're gonna do first is let's make our eyes. We gotta draw eyes. We gotta have our eyes first, and you could draw them yourself with a pencil if they're like a weird oval shape or whatever, or if you want perfect round ones, you could just use a shape tool. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw this out. Let's make sure that it's even. Let's make them like that big. That's a cool size. Whoops. All right. So we got one eye right here. The fill is white and the stroke is black. I kind of want to make the stroke a little thicker. Let's do a 3-point stroke. All right. Now we gonna make another ellipse. Just gonna go ahead and draw that. Oops. All right. We're gonna fill this one with black though. It doesn't need to have a stroke. It can just be black like that. All right. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take our whole layer right here, and then we just go copy it. Move the copy over. Now we got two of them. Actually, let's make these like some stoner eyes or some sleepy eyes. Let's make them red. And then we'll pick this one right here. And then let's see. Eye drop. Whoops. Eye drop. Right there. Okay. And these are just simple eyeballs. We're just gonna go with this. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and send this to the computer so we can open it up in After Effects. All right, now you're gonna swing over to After Effects. We're gonna drag and drop our eyeball rig that we just started in Illustrator. Make sure it's set to a composition and set to layer size for footage dimensions. And now it's in here with our layers right here. Double click on that and this is gonna pop up. Now, one thing we gotta do is first we're gonna set this to, actually first what I'm gonna do is change this to be regular film size. Although that doesn't matter, it just was bothering me. All right, so we're gonna do that. Now we're gonna take this layer, we're gonna right click on it, go to create, we're gonna create shapes from vector layer, bam, just like that. And what that's gonna do is make outlines of your layer, but it only works if you have an Illustrator layer. It will not work if you have like a PSD layer or a JPEG layer. So it has to be an Illustrator layer, that's why we start off in Illustrator. All right, so next, now we're gonna do, if you open this, you can see that the contents, each part that I drew in Illustrator is here in a separate group. And I made the mistake of actually just putting them all in one thing. So what I'm gonna do is grab group 1 and 2, which is this left eye right here. And I'm gonna just hit Command X to cut these out. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do a layer, new shape layer, and just hit Command V to paste that back in there. And now we got the left eye and the right eye here. We'll name this one the left eye and name this one the right eye. All right, now we can just shy this since technically we don't need it anymore. All right, so now what we want to do is get these boys blinking, right? So let's go up here, go layer, new shape layer. And then let's name this left upper eyelid. Now we're gonna take our rectangle tool, fill it with whatever color you want your eyelids to be. And then we're gonna go ahead and do one over that. And then let's duplicate that and move this one over here. And let's actually move these a bit so that they're more centered. Okay, cool. So now we got two upper eyelids. Let's name this one the right one. Right upper eyelid. Actually, wow, that's the left one. Jeez. Bam, there we go. All right. Now we want to duplicate these. We're going to select both of them, and then we're going to do Command D. And then we bring that down to here. And now we got our top and our bottoms. But these should be renamed. Let's name this the lower eyelid. And this also the lower eyelid for the left. All right. Now we want to go to our effects and then go to set matte. You could just type in matte like this. It's gonna pop up. Drag that onto here or just double click on it. And that's gonna put a matte on that. And this is our left eye. So we want it to be matted by the left eye right there. Now let's do the same thing with the upper eyelid. Set matte, left eye, and then just do the same thing with the right. Here, actually, I'll just do this. Right eye. All right, bad. But I want to get these strokes back like I had them, so I'm going to go right click, layer styles, go to stroke, and then when a stroke pop up, go to black, and then go to inside, or whatever will match your style. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste it to the rest of the eyelids, and now we got our lids closed. Now I want to put these here just so I don't get confused. Okay, and just color these a different color so we can tell left from right. All right, now we're gonna press the P key to open up our position parameters. Okay, now we're gonna go with the lowers. Let's see, left lower, right lower, keyframe. Then let's move up, let's zoom in a little bit. We're gonna move up to the 10th frame. And then we're gonna just drag this out, like to a squint maybe, I don't know. Actually, we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll drag it all the way out. And then we'll go up 10 more frames. And then close it again. Now we're gonna go to our upper eyes, do the same thing, position, hit the keyframe on that, go to the middle, pull these up, go to the end, pull them back down. Okay. Or maybe you want you can also do it like this. Like maybe you want this last keyframe here. Let's see, lower eyelid. Maybe you don't want this to do anything. Let's grab these both. And maybe you just want him to get lazy eyed on one. There's one where he's like that. That's dope too. So we got that, we got that. All right, so we got our keyframe set. Let's close that up. Now we're gonna go to our Duik tab. If you don't have Duik, you can just download it for free. It's free and it's amazing for animating. Go download that right now if you don't have it. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Matter of fact, let's go. Just type in Duik on Google, Bassel. Right there, hit that download button. It's gonna take you right to where you need to be. You can donate if you like. Hit download, and then, you know, install it to your system. Bam. All right. So once you got Duik, like I said, it's free, so don't worry about having to pay for anything for that. We're gonna go to our connector, and we're just gonna hit this little circle right here. And then we're gonna hit create a slider controller. So you'll click that, and it's gonna pop this up top. Now, let's open our position stuff again. Let's see, let's open these back up. And actually, here, I'll just shy these just so they're not in the way. All right, so when I made the slider, if you can see, there was a slider appeared here, and I'm gonna just move this down here. And let's actually make it a little bit bigger. Let's go to scale, just make that bigger. All right, so now that I got my slider, we can tell the slider to, we can tell these eyelids to respond to the slider. So how we do that, we already got our keyframes. We're gonna highlight our keyframes, and then we're gonna go to connect to properties. Just click that. And then there's little connector things gonna pop up, which is, you know, it's in the way kinda, you don't really need that. You can just hide that, shy that. And then our slider layer here is how we're gonna control the eyes. So let me get this layer control thing out the way. And then let's give ourselves a little more room here. Now watch when I move this. See that the eyes get low, up, or they blink. And that's really it. That's all you gotta do. So now, whatever I keyframe this slider to do, the eyes will correspond to it. So let's even shy this stuff too. Let's not have too much stuff in the way. So let's hit the P key again, open up our position. And then we just hit, let's say like after 2 seconds, we want it to blink. So we just hit position, the stopwatch on the position. Let's move it maybe like 3 frames, and then just boom. And then you can hold it for like, maybe the blink is held for like a few frames. Let's copy that keyframe and add it again. And let's move 3 more frames over and just slide this back. And they're open again. So now at that time, it blink. Let's show you in HD. Let's see how it looks. It might take a second. Okay, so there's how you get them to blink. Now, let's open this back up and get back to our pupils. Okay, so inside our eyes, there's another shape in the contents right here. Let's turn this layer control back on, our pupil. Okay, let's take that out. We're gonna Command C, cut that, or Command X, I mean. Layer, new, shape layer, paste that in there. Let's move it back over to where it was. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Contents. Group 1 would be the pupil. Let's cut that. Layer, new, shape layer, paste it. There we go. So now we got the right pupil and the left pupil. All right, and then again, we can color these a different color so we don't get confused. Let's make them orange. Okay, with the pupils, you got to make sure that they're underneath the eyelid layers, right? So the right pupil should be underneath the right upper and lower eyelid, left pupil underneath those. Okay, so that when it blinks, it doesn't overlap. Right. So now we got to command these pupils to move how we would like to. Okay, so we already got these. Again, let's hide these again. Actually, let's just use the left pupil and the right pupil. Okay, we're going to open up our position again. Let's click this for both. On this first position, these are going to be like in the corner. Let's move it over 10 frames again. Now they're going to be here. So we have like this diagonal thing going on. Okay. Now we're going to go back to our Duik. We're going to go to create a 2D slider controller. Click that. Here, let's name this one so we don't get confused. This one will be called eyelids. And this one here is pupil. All right, let's move this down here. We can even scale this up a bit so we can see it a little better. All right, and then let's shy that because we don't need that. We just need the joystick right now. Okay, so now we're gonna go to our position, and then we're gonna go to right click and go to separate dimensions. Same with this one, right click, separate dimensions. And then we're going to connect properties. Make sure you have the X position selected. Axis type X. Hit connect to properties. Bam. And then we go to Y. Make sure X isn't selected. Change this to Y. Connect to properties. Bam. Okay. Now our joystick is all good. Let's make the joystick a little bigger. There we go. All right, and then just take this off. So now, there we go. But if you can see, like, when I go up, it doesn't go up like it should. So to fix that, you just go into your connector, and then you go to the Y value, change this to 100, and change this one to -100. So now, down, over, up. It's perfect. So let's test it out again. Let's go to, here, let's make the pupils. Let's get these out of here. Shy them. Let's not get confused. Okay, we got our pupil controller. Let's say he's gonna blink, and then here, let's go to position. Hit P for position, and always make sure that you control it from the position, because if you hit scale or any other parameter, it's not gonna work. So let's say, like, I want him to blink, and then I want him to look in some direction. I'll just do 1, 2, 3. So he's gonna hold that position for a while, and then he's gonna look back over here, and then hold that for a while. And then he's gonna look back in the center, and then through all of that, he'll blink a couple more times. Here, you just copy and paste the keyframes. And then on this last one, let's say he does this. He just gets low-eyed. And then he looks over like that. All right, just play it back. Bam, just like that. And now you got your eyeballs. You can just put this on like whatever type of face you want. Like, bam, let's see. New composition. Face, I don't know. And then let's just do like a block face. just to show you like how it would look. And then we go to our eyeball rig and just drag that on here. Put that there. And now this box is looking around now, trying to figure life out. Leave questions and comments in the box below if you have any. I appreciate y'all taking a minute to check this out like usual. Thanks for watching. All right, I'm out of here.